Welcome to St Paulinus Church for our Advent antiphon for the 21st of December. O morning star. Morning star, splendour of light eternal and sun of righteousness, come and enlighten those who dwell in darkness and in the shadow of death. If you'd been lucky enough to see the amalgamation of Saturn and Jupiter over the last few nights, you would have seen of what some people are calling the Bethlehem star of 2020. Of course, it was a star that led the wise men, the Magi, to the Christ child over 2,000 years ago. There, they would have found the Christ child not born in splendour, but placed in a manger, a feeding trough for animals, and in effect born into poverty. This year has been obviously a very difficult year, a year that has been plunged in darkness for many people. Many people have seen loved ones lose their lives, and it's been a great sadness for many who have been caught up in the COVID pandemic. The antiphon talks about our hearts being enlightened, about the morning star coming into our lives. Come and enlighten those who dwell in darkness and in the shadow of death. One of the great hopes of the Christian faith is that Christ comes to us, illuminates our hearts, and gives us hope for the future. And certainly we need a sense of hope in these dark and difficult times. But one of the great themes of Advent is light coming into darkness. We see it in our Advent and Christmas services, which very often begin in darkness, slowly build up into lights until the church building is completely illuminated by the end of the service. We need that sense of hope in our lives at this time, a sense of light piercing the darkness of our lives, a sense of illumination as Christ resides in our hearts. Let us hope and pray that next year we will see that light not just coming through the seasons of Advent and Christmas, but piercing our darkness of our lives as well throughout the year, bringing hope and clarity and a sense that Christ does come and dwell amongst us. He is the great morning star.